quickly. So thank you for doing all your evaluation forms. And now we'll move on to our second presenter, Emiko. Emiko's presentation is 5 to 7 minutes from Innovation Planning Level 2, Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. She will talk about the first mentor of her life, how the person mentored her even when she was at a very young age, and how she interacted when she did not agree with a mentor. Please welcome Emiko.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. When did you hear the word mentor for the very first time? In my case, it was about 10 years ago when I was a tutor at college after going back to school here. Mentor was not in Japanese words until recent years, and still is not a popular word, so that many of us don't know what it means. The closest is a teacher or a master, according to an English-Japanese dictionary. While I was working through Pathways, which is a Toastmasters program for this project, I learned that a mentor involves a longer personal relationship than a coach, because a coach is the person who is with you until a goal is accomplished, whereas a mentor involves more than one goal. But there was not a clear distinction between a mentor and then the teacher in there. So I needed to find differences between them. When you need to find a meaning, where do you usually go first? Yes, Google, right? And I found it in an article from the Flashpoint Chicago that was posted by a campus of Columbia University, Hollywood. It said, teaching is about knowledge and focuses on how, while mentoring is about experience and focuses on why. Now it is clear so that I can think of my very first mentor who was not a school teacher, but that taught me meanings and reasons of a life and life situations. The first person came up in my mind was a woman, just like, my friend, mother, nanny, and teacher. But actually it was my grandma who raised me while my mother was a full-time teacher, school teacher that worked for an average of 12 hours every single day. When I was a small girl, before even the kindergarten age, my grandma taught me about core values in life by telling me bedtime stories, like folk tales, such as the tortoise and the hare, so that I was able to understand the meanings in the stories as the age. I learned a lot from her, hearing those stories and what she said daily, also observing how she handled the situations. Because I was so small and didn't know that I was able to talk back, I, as a mentee, tried to be the best girl for her. However, I remember one incident that I did not agree with her. When I was the 5th grade, I was a class lead. While our teacher was absent, I was in charge of watching the class for a quiet self-study time. One girl, who always challenged me somehow, slapped my left cheek while everybody was watching, because she said I was not good enough as a class leader, despite other classmates said. When I came home, I reported to my grandma what happened at school. She did not judge me nor the girl who hit me, but told me a story of Buddha who offered his right cheek when someone slapped his left. And I knew I could not do the same as Buddha, and told her that. What I learned from that was, it was okay if I could not do what she expected me to do, because she would love me no matter what. Even though she has been gone for a long time, her spirit has been with me and still mentoring me when I need a guide. I appreciate that my first mentor in my life was such a wonderful person that I respect as long as I live. I have had many other mentors thereafter, and each one of them were fantastic people, including the most recent mentor, who is my role model. She is an authentic and resourceful leader, understands others, and is an amazing communicator. Thank you, Val, for being my awesome life mentor. I encourage you to ask remarkable person around you to become your mentor, so that your life will be much easier and meaningful because of the gleam of encouragement and positive impacts that mentors can make. I also encourage you to ask a mentor in our class if you are not sure about the next steps to complete level 1 of your path, since we have a new and improved mentoring system now. Yes. If you have any questions, ask Tiny, our amazing Vice President Education. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.